Hello, everybody. It's your boy BP Sports bringing you the Caitlyn Clark Effect. All right, I got a new sports channel, but I haven't switched over to my other channel yet. It's gonna call BP Sports. So, but if you're new and it's first time tuning in, hello. This is my first sports show that I'll be putting out today. I'd like to introduce myself. It's before we get into that, please like, share, and subscribe. Get on over to BP Sports. That's my new sports channel. I'll be putting content as soon as I'm allowed to actually go live streaming on there right now. I just made the channel today, so it's it gives you like 24 hours just to chat for whatever view they have. Well, I'm here. So before we get into that, let me introduce you to a little bit of some Caitlyn Clark and what I like about Caitlyn Clark and about her her effect. And this is why people like Caitlyn Clark. That's nothing to do because she's white. Just look at her interview.
It's incredible, honestly. It seems like there's just a lot of people that are fans of our game, whether it's Iowa fans, Virginia Tech fans, or just people that are here to support women's basketball. And that's why this was put on, is because they understand how great women's basketball is and, how much it's growing. And people want to buy tickets to this game. It's two teams that are really great offensively. Maybe it wasn't as great tonight, but two teams that are tremendous offensively. And, they play basketball the right way. And that's how I think it should be played.
See, this is where maybe she gets some slack from some of the people. It's because of her modesty. I mean, sometimes people don't like modest people. They like a little person with a little bit of, confidence, as you could say. I mean, because most of it she leaves out on the court, but this is why she has such a broad fan base. And people don't get that. They act like the fan base they want to say it's mostly because she's white. I don't think it is. I think she's the way she carries herself as a person. I mean, yeah, she's a white heterosexual woman, but do we forget though? She's homegrown. She lived. Yeah, she wanted to play in Connecticut. They didn't give her. They didn't come looking for her. So you know what? She stayed home. She played with Iowa. Oh well, but as a person, she's always taken everything with stride, and she's been professional. You can tell she loves the game. See, a lot of people, they love the game, but they don't respect the game, and she respects the game. She gives homage, praise to everybody, to the fans, to previous players, all that. That's all part of the Caitlyn Clark effect. And it's a good thing. Yes, we have negative Caitlyn Clark effect. All the haters out there, the not gonna just throw out Diana Taurasi out there as much, but you can pretty much say she opened the floodgates with that interview when she played UConn. A lot of it probably came from her beating UConn's team, beating her alma mater, and that foul that, and I get it, man, I get that, but but then again, people will say that's Diana Taurasi. She's a rookie killer. Yeah, but you're not. You're dinosaur Taurasi now. Sorry about that. I don't mean to talk stuff about Diana. I used to be a big fan of Taurasi's till Caitlyn joined. To be honest, only because I'll be honest, man. I wasn't a big fan of the WNBA like that. I had thought they stopped WNBA for a few seasons. I'm being honest. I thought the most I would hear about was either Team USA or them just playing overseas. But let's get back to more. Just to listen about where it all started. Where I think, my opinion, where all the Caitlyn Clark effect started. So let's get back to the video.
But yeah, every arena we walk into, we know it's going to be a lot of fans maybe screaming against us, maybe screaming for us. But that's, as a competitor, you embrace that, you love that. And I mean, I think us three would agree we wouldn't want to play in front of 200 fans. This is the way we would want it. We would want 15,000 people cheering against us if that's what it was. And it's just super exciting. And I try not to take it for granted, but it is really hard to wrap your head around what we're doing as a team for women's basketball.
Last year when we went on the road, every road attendance grew by 3,500 at that place. And so there definitely is an effect that people want to watch Caitlyn, want to watch our team play. So and right now we're looking at sellouts at a.
All right, let me see that. That's where it all. That's where she's talking about the Caitlyn Clark effect. Outside of, yes, her natural talent, what she's done in the league has a lot to do with it. It does. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to deny that. But just her being a humble person and somebody you can look up to, and it's different face. Don't get me wrong. Yes, it's white. I get it, man. But it's y'all are acting like her whiteness is outshining her talents, and it's not even close. I mean, yes, she has a good character. Look, I'm going to show you some more of the good Caitlyn Clark effect, as far as just in a nutshell. Look at this. Ready? Hold on, where are they at? I saw this one. Oh, here we go. Oh, excuse me. Put this on.
You're the biggest. If you could say anything to Caitlyn, what would you say?
Listen to this.
I love her. You're the biggest. If you could say anything to Caitlyn, what would you say? I love her. You're the biggest. If you could say anything to Caitlyn, what would you say? I love her.
See, right there, that's the Caitlyn Clark fleck in a nutshell. These are young girls, innocent. They don't know anything about, other than they don't. These are honest opinions coming from girls that pretty haven't been tainted by the world, to be honest. If you want to put it in any other words. So, that's where it all stems from. And the hate on her, it's unwarranted, I feel. Yes, I get it, man. And I see a lot of the people saying, some of her fans sticking up for her. That's all it is. They're sticking up for her. But y'all hold that against her. Y'all hold her fan base against her, which I think is very wrong. I mean, she's not asking for that. She's not asking for any preferable treatment. She's getting hard fouled every night. I mean, just like everybody else is. And I get it. It's brought more to light because of who she is. And that's just the way it's gonna go. I mean, Angel Reese the other night got hard fouled. I think it was Alyssa Thomas, pulled her down. But I mean, I don't like to justify anything. I'll give you an example. Watch this: the Kennedy Carter play. Now I'm gonna give you my unbiased opinion about it and what I saw. Yes, was it a basketball play? No. Should it right then and there been upgraded to a flagrant? Yes, but nobody saw the play before that. That's another thing. She did go in kind of hard and give Kennedy Carter on the previous rebound when she went in. Did give her a little shot to the elbow to the head. See, but nobody wants to talk about that because I guess I hate that when people say, "Well, that's the way she plays." Okay, I get it, but hey, basketball is basketball, right? I don't want to. I'm unbiased. I like King Clark. Don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna give it to you straight up the middle. Whether it's should be warranted, not what it's cause and effect. That's the way I like to give my opinions. I'm not gonna sit here and just favor somebody because I'm rooting for them. Because I'm rooting for Caitlyn. I'm rooting for the whole WNBA to make it. To be honest, only for the fact is it's making me watch again, and I'm it's bringing me new talent because you know what, they're right. A lot of the talent, they need to get rid of some of it. I agree with Gil. I don't agree with Gilbert Arenas a lot of the time because him and even Rashad McCants, they both have some outrageous takes, but I'm not. It's their opinion. We're all entitled because I'm pretty sure my opinions are outrageous because I know sometimes we try to be unbiased as we can, but we can't because sometimes we use feeling or just our thought process. I don't know. They might have the inside information that I really don't am capable of getting because they're in those spots. I'm not. I'm just a guy that's on the computer giving my unbiased gray up the middle opinion, hoping to bridge the gap between black and white. As far as just making an understanding why we give each other, why those opinions are given from both sides of the aisle. That's all I'm trying to do. So It's like I was talking about the race factor and all this. I don't believe a lot of it's racially motivated. I think it's more ego, pride, and we've already been doing this. And I think it's more of a racial innuendos to be what a lot of these people are giving those opinions and why. Because I mean, women, it's hard enough. You know, women have had it hard just throughout the whole year of their existence, to be honest. I mean, they've gone through so much as far as being a woman playing second fiddle to a man. So, you know, they've had to deal with a lot. You know, and then black women have dealt with even more, you know, you know. So, and yes, we live in a white world. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you that we don't, because we do. We live in a white world that was built on the backs of slaves and colored people, brown, white. I mean, even Irish were slaves at one time. Chinese were. So I mean, it's not like as if, you know. I mean, I'm pretty sure every man was a slave at one time. At one time, but you know, here in America, it was different. The white man was able to basically, it's modern day capitalism. We're able to capitalize on it. And they've been capitalized. They're still capitalized until this day. Most of the owners in the NBA, what are they? White. In the football, what are they? White. And what is their stock? Black. The majority. So it's, you know, I get the discourse. I get all of it. I do. I really do. I understand it. You know, I'm an Hispanic. You know, so I feel for both sides. I'm gonna be honest. I feel for both sides. I feel for the I feel for the white man. Oh, well, I'm not white. We're not racist. I get that. And I feel for the black man. There's still racism. Yes, there is. Just if you say there isn't, you're kidding yourself. I mean, we've gone a long way, long way from slavery. But see, I'm not gonna say it's reverse slavery or reverse racism, because racism is racism no matter how you look at it. Caitlin Clark is just she's to me, she's the great white hope. That's how they're looking at it. And that's what the white people are looking at Caitlin Clark. That's the effect she's giving, because she's actually real talented. Probably the most talented person come out at the W. In the W right now, as far as rookie class. I mean, and it's not because she's white. She's very talented. She has handles. She can pass the ball. She can shoot like Steph Curry. I mean, that's the real Caitlin Clark effect. It's because of her game. Yes, she's given something for white people to be proud of, and you know, maybe it's, you know, but another thing, to put that in the same category as the Trump rally, that's outrageous. That's racism. That's hate. So you know, but my thing is this: when I'm speaking to the WNBA and to previous people of the W, anybody that has a negative, actually, opinion or anything that has negative about Caitlin Clark, just remember this: she didn't ask for any of this. She's not asking for any of this. She's asking to help uplift the WA, bring the followers, bring everything that's going to benefit the WNBA. Now, if you're too pride, ego-driven, envious, or whatever, that's on you. And some of your comments, they express that very much. You know, I'll give you a prime example. And I used to have a lot of respect for this woman, just as a player, where she played at with Cheryl Swoops. But she keeps just saying outlandish, crazy stuff. Doesn't even make sense. Like, I mean, she my first time. Well, if you break the record, you have to break it. And she doesn't even do her homework. That's what pissed me off more about anything. Like, I wish that guy, what's his name, is a laptop guy, Osaya Joe. I can't remember his name. Gil's guy, you know, the guy in the middle. Dad played on the NBA. I think. I wish he would have brought that up, but I know they pandered to women on the panel sometimes, unless it's Shah McCants. She doesn't care who's on the panel. He's going to tell you how, like, whether you want to hear it or not. And I like that about him, you know. But go watch the episode where they talked about the money issue with that. He had a good one. He actually killed him that one about the product of the WNBA and why it's not working and what should happen, the business of it. That was a good video he put out. So getting back to that, Gil needs to step up more because he's quick to argue with men and some women that give him a lot of slack. But like, I get it. You respect Cheryl Streep. She's a legend. She's a pioneer, icon, Texas Tech, all that. She was one of the first. But you have to hit her back with facts. If not, she keeps going because she doubled down. She said that she had a 5 years play. She's 25 when she graduated. But she's all lies. They're all lies. Just Google. I don't understand how you could say something how you can lie like that on national or on YouTube, on anywhere, just lie period like that where people can look that up. And then they call you about it. And then, she came back with the second video, double down on whatever she said, but try to make a somewhat apology. And then she made it about her, and she still didn't apologize for the lies. She said the rumors she spread about Caitlyn being 25, having 5 years. She even broke that record in fewer games. See, that's the Caitlyn Clark effect, though. That's the bad part of the Caitlyn Clark effect. It makes you come out of character, makes you make up lies, apparently. Blame her and use her as like, then disrespect her game. I don't understand it. I mean, you women are crying about we don't get no real recognition. We're the best at our craft. This money, we don't get paid like we should. Well, this is why you don't get paid. You're not marketable, woman. You're not marketable. She is marketable, but you won't accept that because why? Your ego, your pride won't let you. So what are you gonna do? Just keep. You know what? Look at this. Be honest. You better hope she doesn't ever decide to leave. You better hope she doesn't get injured or anything. Just saying. You'll see what it is. But you know what though? You'll use some other answer. You'll make some excuse of what happened in this. It's ridiculous, people. So you got to open your eyes, and it's not pandering to Caden Clark or anything because you know what? I'm not going to say it's the whole draft class coming in that's made this exciting. Yes, Angel Reese is kind of like the, I'm going to best describe what Angel Reese is. She's like a catalyst. She's the catalyst of the Caden Clark effect. It was there. She helped bring the eyes because her villainous. Even her, she's capitalized. Anybody that tries to speak on Clayton Clark, they're using her as relevancy. And by doing that, to be honest, and you may not think that, you're just exposing yourself and exposing how much Caitlin Clark is to the WNBA, what she's bringing to the WNBA, the charter flights, the money, the deals, the shoes, all that's coming. By you speaking on her and saying whatever you're saying and everything, you're only bringing more attention and exposing yourself for what you are, a hater, envious, pride, or whatever, or just delusional. I'm not even going to say all those other words, delusional. And if you think that you're the reason the needle's moving now, you're mistaken. Even you, Angel Reese, yes, you pushed it a little bit. You got your little following from LSU. You're faithful. But, man, I'm going to give you 25%. That's it. The rest is Caitlin Clark, 75. And you just need to pick a side. You can't be the victim or the villain and play the victim and cry or just say the outlandish stuff like, well, the whistle. It's a basketball place. That's why you're going to get no respect because you want to play the villain. It says if you're going to be the villain, go all out. But if you're going to whine and cry and play the victim, you're going to be called out for what you are. And that's just my opinion. I'll give another example, like how the hate is so crazy. I think I have that video. Let me see if it is. Yes, here it is. I'm going to show you how this shows.
And then when you hear Angel talk about it, you hear Caitlin talk about it, both of them were like, Angel's like, listen, I'm always go for the ball. I agree with you. She's not a dirty player. And Caitlyn says it was a basketball play. But then you go to social media and immediately, oh my goodness, she's trying to take her out. She should be suspended. And who are you? Mm-hmm. And what did you do?
That's the
Let me finish that before I go over.
fan base. As everyone's.
See, this is what I'm talking about. See, right there, Gilbert Arenas finally called her out. He finally, said something that makes sense. Who are you? Who are you? You don't play anymore. You were good enough, talented enough to make it to the league, but that doesn't make your opinion any better, smarter, right than anybody else's, does it? No. You're not doing anything right now that's making an impact on the WNBA. Right now, to be honest, you're riding Caitlyn's coattails right now. You're part of the Caitlyn Clark effect. Despite those comments, doubling down, tripling down on just giving her not giving her flowers. Period. I mean, you've done did yourself in about being a racist. You've been racist. Even though you try to say you're not and all this. I got a white friend. We still white friend. Went to this day. I went to a white college. Blah blah blah. You don't have to say those things. The things you say are how people know that you have you're racist, or you have racism in you, or you can be racist when things happen. And I don't believe she's a full racist. I believe that she can be racist when things are happening and she chooses to pick a side. Where some people can say that's proud about, but it's not. In this case, I'm going to say it's even hate more than it is race. It's color prejudice. That's what I want to say. It's called color prejudice. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm not going to say, I don't think she's a racist, to be honest. I think she's a color prejudice. Some things have made her say racist things or become, like, I'm going to give you a perfect example, man. Like, if you've ever been to prison, you become racist to a certain extent when you get out. Just going to throw that out there. A lot of things in life that you experience, no matter what it is, or when you're predominantly colored, certain color, you tend to stick together those colors regardless of what's surrounding you, and you become racial prejudice. That's all I can say. So let's get back to the deal of how she puts her foot in her mouth even more.
That's even when Angel got hit, there was an uproar.
No, it wasn't.
No, not
for Angel.
For Angel was
her fans.
Her fans. Oh yeah, no, her fans was mad as hell, right?
Y'all ain't talking.
And then, but everyone wait for her response. I'm a rookie. You know what I mean? So like, oh, she's cool.
But it's almost like you hear Caitlyn say, you hear Angel say that, and the fans like, nah, we don't care.
Right.
We don't care that you said it was a basketball play too, Caitlyn.
Well, it's almost like, Caitlyn, no, don't say that, because we got you.
And that's what it is.
We're gonna respond.
And that's a tricky thing, because remember, she's played 4 years in college, right? She understands who she is. She understands her movement. So she knows all she has to say is the same thing all the time. Oh, great basketball play. Right? No matter what she's thinking, great basketball play on ball. Because she knows it don't matter what I say is going to play the way it's going to play, right? And now, if I'm her while I'm playing, obviously, anytime you touch me is going to be a big deal. So I'm going to do more flopping. What I care for. I'm going to come around, you get close to me, I'm going to flop, get my foul, I'm shooting my free throws. I'm getting my points.
So help me understand why. When you say there was an uproar, right? Yeah, for people, Angels fans and things like that. Help me understand why. I think I know, but I want to hear your response and yours. Why like a Stephen A. Smith? It was that important to you to run the Kennedy Carter hip check, right? That was everywhere. But yet, you didn't even discuss what Alyssa Thomas did to Angel Reese.
See, and there comes the racial motivation because it's common sense. It's common sense. That's what's trending. See that's the difference as far as what racial motivation is and what being racial is about and what's trending. You can't tell the difference between trending and being and see, she wants it to be a racial thing, just like Caitlin Clark. It won't be because she doesn't have the following. I'm sorry, Angel Reese does not have the following. She is not the golden goose. She's not the chosen one, as they say. She is the one that they chose that's going to save the face of the WNBA. Until you accept that, you're going to get takes like this from Cheryl Swoops, DeAndre Carrington, Kennedy Carter, Angel Reese, everybody in the mother that wants to say she's not the reason, when we all know she is the reason. So until you can accept that and understand that it's a media thing, it's what's popping, it's what's trending, it's what's getting the likes, you're always gonna have responses like this, like Cheryl Swoops getting. Y'all make it racist. Nobody else does. Y'all make it by racist by what y'all say. You may not be racist or thinking that what you're saying is racist, but it comes off as being racist. So pretty much it's racist. It's that old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? You have to be careful in what you and how you say things or the side you pick. Like, she's mad because Stephen A. In all reality, she's mad. And this is my opinion. She's mad because Stephen A. took the side of a white girl. She did the Uncle Tom maneuver, as people want to say. And there's nothing. I mean, no, he's got an understanding of what's happening in the WNBA, what you women want. You can't have both. I mean, you can't have it both ways. You either going to take this for what it is, and ride the coattails of these guys, these rookies, mainly with Caitlyn leading the way. If not, just shut up. I mean, I don't get how you can't understand that. I don't. Is it your pride-driven ego and and you just can't do it? I mean, I could understand that. That's how women are. They can't get out of their own ways enough to understand that, hey, it's not working. It's not. So I think that has a lot to do with it, and that's why I say I don't think a lot of this is racially motivated. It's more a proud thing about, well, man, we did this, we've been doing this, we run this, and then all of a sudden a white girl, and yes, her fan base, all they're doing is sticking up for her. To be honest, that's all they're doing. And all these little takes, that's part of the Caitlin Clark effect that's happening now. Did she ask for it? No, but she's embracing it, and that's what the rest of the world has to do. Just embrace it and what it's for. I could understand if she was arrogant, she was crying, and no, she's trying to play. She's not asking for anybody to give her any, help. None of that. She's just playing her game, and that's it, man. And that's the whole, and that's why she's so likable. That's why she's markable. That's why what we're seeing here, this Caitlin Clark effect, that's why it's happening. I mean, the talent she has and just being able to do everything and be marketable, be professional, always give the right answer. I mean, MJ, that's what she reminds me of. I'm going to be honest with you, man. She reminds me of Michael Jordan when he came into the league. And he gets a lot of, I mean, I'm not going to say he gets a lot of slack for that, but a lot of these, my nephew, he's a big era because he grew up in this era and about LeBron James. Every time I would tell him about his like the difference between him and LeBron, about how LeBron's not really modest. He's a whatever. And Michael Jordan was always modest and he just says what he knows what to say in front of the camera and just saying that for it's just that's the way he grew up. You can't teach that. To be honest, you can't teach that. Not in the manner that he speaks. You can't. Because he had to do the grind. He wasn't the best player coming out of college. I mean, wasn't the best player coming out. He had to earn everything he had earned every level since Michael Jordan started playing basketball. He had to earn everything he's got so far. So that is the difference, and that's why they can. That's why they can hang on. That's why she is so remarkable as a person, because they see her struggles. They see that she stayed at Iowa. She didn't go to a big college. She could have got the go. Whether she could have went somewhere else and played for a bigger college, I don't know. But I know that she wanted to go to UConn, even if they didn't want to take her, she still did it. She wasn't, she still chose to do it. She still did it the hard way. She still was able to drag. I mean, when's the last time I wasn't never been relevant in basketball, not women's at least. So I mean, she did it the hard way. People love that. People like that. People don't like when you give it everything, and they just don't. People like the struggle. People like the hard work that you have to put in. That's just the way life is. I mean, she did that. She's true. I mean, it's the true definition of putting in work and being praised for. And that's what we're seeing now. That's what this Caitlyn Clark effect is. It stems from that. It doesn't stem from anything other than that. It's not because she's white. Yeah, she's got a fan base, which ultimately is real big because she's white, because a lot of those people can relate. She's making the game fun. I mean, she's just a new face, man. I mean, how can you argue with greatness? That's all I have. I mean, that's the best way I can describe the Caitlyn Clark effect. Everything is organic. Nothing is made up, to be honest. She's proven everything she's been started in high school. She was great in high school. She translated in college. Now it's translated to W. It's just women. You need to get on the gravy train. All of y'all. Just leave her alone, man. Keep her name out your mouth. How about that? You ain't gotta praise her. You ain't gotta talk. That's what the media does, and that's just the way it goes. When you're great, they're gonna talk about you. It's like like what I'm gonna give you a perfect example. This reminds me of what Angel Reese thing, and I like saying this. When you're good at something, you tell everybody, but when you're great at something, everybody tells you. Rest was paid. Another big shout out to my guy, the logo, Jerry West, passing. Man, that was very devastating. Man. Big Jerry West fan, man. It's kind of even Bill Walton, I'll give you him, man. We lost a couple of people this week. And Willie Mays, man. I can't believe it. Peace, man. Looking up all I'm gonna, shout out to the family, friends, and moment of silence. But anyways, like I was saying, that's the Caitlyn Clark effect. Whether it's positive, negative, it's here and it's going to be here to stay. It's a mainstay. There's nothing we can do. You're better off just jumping on the gravy train and riding it for what it's worth. Let's see how much steam it has. As long as she's playing good, steam's going to be there. I'm sorry, fellas. Women, men, whoever hating on her or don't like it or don't want her to be the face or waiting for her to fail. I don't see it happening. I just don't. Her work ethic, her tenacity, her competitive. That's why that's why, unless she's injured or can't ever play, something to that effect, she's going to be a mainstay. I'm sorry. She's going to be it. I mean, we'll see what happens when Juju Watkins comes in the league next year. We're going to see the difference. We're going to see. But, I mean, we've never seen anything like her in a while or ever. Just not as a player, but it's what she's bringing to the table. And for all you women that say, what does she bring to the table other than three? She brings she's bringing the bag. That's what she's bringing to the table. She's bringing the bag for you, and anybody else who wants to get paid in the WNBA. For all you that are crying, whining, not gonna, that you don't make any money or all this, you don't want to understand you've been losing money for 10 years, since you started, you never turned a profit. I mean, you got to change something, man. I mean, but that's a woman. She's always thinking that it's something else or it's not her fault. No, it is your fault. You're the one doing it. What is so hard to understand? One, playing the sport. What is so hard to understand? You are playing the sport. You are what they don't like. What is so hard to understand? I'm not understanding. I can't. I won't. I understand it because I have a wife. I'm married to a woman. I get it. I understand. But I mean, I can tell you till you blue in your face. You ain't gonna want to. You don't want to. Nah, it ain't that. That's how much your pride and egos. Oh, it's not. It's something else. It's got to be. I mean, we're top tier. I get it. But what you're doing ain't doing it. You have to become marketable. You have to change things around. I'm sorry. You just do. So I mean, and like I say, man, it's just crazy. Oh, she is.
Having people at the line, so I was just trying to focus on making.
When you get
See, and here's another thing why they like Clayton Clark. And this is another reason why they hate Clayton Clark. Look how modest. She's just being honest. She's not worrying about the media. She's just giving you the best life. She's just trying to get over everything that's happening and just play basketball. Watch this. And then I'm gonna show you Angel Reese's. And
flagrant foul by Angel Reese, what's going through your mind and how you just stay within yourself to finish the game?
What's going through my mind is I need to make these 2 free throws. That's all I'm thinking about. It's just a part of basketball. It is what it is. Just trying to make a play on the ball and get the block. But yeah, I mean, it happens. And those free throws, when you have to shoot them with nobody at the line, are kind of hard. So it's a little different than having people at the line. So I was just trying to focus on making those.
And the flagrant, did you feel like
The
that?
basketball play.
Yeah. Did you feel like that was the appropriate call, or?
It's the basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight. So I can't.
But it did look in it, like you were going.
I mean, I'm always going for the ball, but y'all gonna play that clip for what, 20 times before Monday? So
Well, we don't work in TV, so I'm not gonna play it anymore.
and that's what I mean. She's not gonna take any blame for that. Oh, it's a basketball play. You hit him in the head. It's in black and white. It's that is called a flagrant foul when you hit somebody in the head. No, but what does she do? She uses the refs as an excuse. It's. I don't understand. I mean, does your brain? Do you play that? Are you the hate and victimization? Is that strong? Is it? I don't get it. Come on, let's move on.
but I mean, this clip gonna get out somewhere. I know. Yeah.
Angel, I wanted to get your assessment from the first half to the second half. The first half, you come up a little cooking in the first half. But what happened in that second half?
I mean, for inside, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times, and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle, but just being able to play hard as best as we can. I'm still proud of Camilla.
This is what I mean about playing the villain and the victim. Yeah. You just hold no accountability. You hold your word or whatever you say is no good. But I don't expect anything less from her. I really don't. Not from Angel Reese. She's a villain. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna go into depth on what I mean. She's been the villain. She's been the villain. She's been having an issue with Caitlyn Clark since college. She's a hater. I'm gonna be honest. She's a hater, man. She's a hater. She can't accept anything other than her own reality, which is delusion. Anyways, and she's gonna get everything she deserves as far as bad press or just anything negative until she can understand. She realizes some accountability, I guess you could say, as far as how she is as a player. But I mean, even them losing tonight, she blames the refs or she blames the whistle. Reminds me of. I'm not gonna even go there, man. It's a woman. It's a Caitlyn Clark Effect show today, so I'm not gonna mention other people. But other than that, man, I mean, it's just crazy how you want to blame everybody but yourself, and you're the reason. You're the reason. And no, Caitlyn Clark is the reason people are tuning in like they are. You have a minute, minuscule of that reality that might be some of the reason, but no, don't get it twisted. She is the reason. know, it's just I don't understand it. Maybe coming down the line or somewhere down the future, maybe it's it's hard because sometimes when you're that type of person, I give you a perfect example. Draymond, no lack of accountability. When people say things about him, you get pissed off. Don't act that way. We don't want to be talked about. I think he got mad at Stephen A. about that. I said, well, and then somebody asked you if you're okay. I said, well, goddamn, man. I mean, you're doing. I get it. It's character, so you're not out of your character, but maybe you don't understand. You're jeopardizing your career. Why wouldn't you want somebody to ask you maybe if you're okay or there's anything? This just shows they care, man. It's a respect factor. I mean, nobody wants to see somebody fall all the way, do they? Hit the rock bottom and then hit even further? I don't. I mean, you got to be glad those people reached out in any manner. I mean, I get it. You don't like people talking about. I get that, man. But take it for what it is, right? But you can't. If you're not willing to change that or understand that you're at fault, that's what you'll always be. Accountability is always big, no matter where it's at. Just finish this video. See what else he has to say.
Still going on, still getting a double-double. And that's something y'all not going to be able to stop, regardless of the referees. Like, we're here for a while. We're not going to be denied. It's no matter what you guys can try to do. But our goal is to win. And we're going to do whatever it takes to win and continue to do that.
Make this a summer to share and save.
So I mean, that's her in a nutshell. To be honest, man, I just see what this. See, what is so hard? What is so hard about that? What is so hard about giving her flowers and taking it in and understanding and being appreciative? It's not. That's her teammate. People are gonna say it's easy to do that because it's her teammate. I'd rather it come from her teammate, to be honest, than anybody else first, because then that means that you're accepting her as a teammate, and that's where she should have been. She should be accepted from her team before anybody else. To be honest, that's just my take on something, because she's gonna be there for a minute unless she gets traded, but that's how it goes. So, but that's the Caitlyn Clark effect. Everything I've said, whether it's good, positive, negative, bad, or whatever you want to call it. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope I gave you an honest, unbiased, and understood my take as far as what I believe the whole thing about Caitlyn Clark is about it not being really racially motivated. It's more of a pride, ego, racial bias, I think, or racial prejudice, I think. I don't think it's just full flat out racism, even though it's a woman. Woman can get mad at you for anything. I don't give a damn. So that's why I don't believe it's really racially. Is there some hate? Yes. Is there envy? Yes. It's just part of life, man. I mean, I envy people that are taller. They can jump. They're taller than me. I hate people that are taller than me. in basketball when I played sports. It's just part of the game, man. I mean, but it's all part of competition. Makes you play harder. So, like I said, I usually have this going on my other. I'm gonna have this on my other channel once I actually get I'm allowed to stream. I should have did it yesterday. I forgot all about it. But I do this channel right here. I'm called Hook 'em Picks, and I give out free picks for the day. Every day I give out the best picks I can put out there, so you can win. On some apps that I promote, which is Sleeper Fantasy and Chalkboard. I post every day, so if you want and you're interested in getting some of those free posts and just the benefits of gambling, if you are a gambler or not, it's called Hook 'em Picks. Check me out there. But like I say, tomorrow I'll be putting out another video for my BP Sports channel. That's what we're called, BP Sports. So it's brown and proud. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm like I said, I'm here to give them unbiased, racially motivated opinion of how both sides look at it and how I think both sides look at it, or how both sides kind of coming from each point of view as how I look at it, not how they look at it. Because a lot of times, like I give like this Caitlyn card, everybody thinks everything's pretty much racist from both sides. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it is. Yes, some of our fan base might be racist, but you can't know that against Caitlyn Clark, right? Can you? Yes, but you are. That's the problem. So I'm here to just bridge that gap. Maybe make both sides understand what each side is actually what they're. I'm not gonna say mean or coming from, because I honestly can't. But what I think, that's the only thing I can give you an honest opinion of what I think they both sides mean and why they say things and where it's coming from. I mean, that's the best I can do. So, that's it for today. This is the Caitlyn Clark Effect. Like I say, I'll be on my other channel, but if you can also help this channel grow as well. So please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we will see you tomorrow.